to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hey everybody, it is episode 3 of the first season of Star Trek. Last time, we lost the crew, 20 strong, of a cargo ship. And because those green-headed aliens couldn't help them. Did you see the last one? We had an Anthony situation, as I like to call it, but it was like a Charlie situation instead. And it was just about this teenage boy who was struggling to adjust to life amongst his own people, and the trials and tribulations of his first love. And he also tried to learn how to do combat training, and he also learned how to get beaten at chess and what to do when you're beaten at chess. You either flip over the table. The rules of chess, 3D chess. Let Kirk win, no matter what movies he's making, whether legal or illegal. When in doubt, melt all the chess pieces. And 3, see, the white pieces go here, the black pieces go on the second level. Or was it the other way around?
You put the white here and the black on the secondary level.
I know what it is, let's play.
The way Spock described 3D chess in the last episode was very unclear. It did not match the board setup at all. You know? No wonder Charlie interrupted him. Also, there was a song. There was 2 songs, actually. I was not expecting that. A little musical number in the middle of the episode. Anyway, this is called Where No Man Has Gone Before. This may or may not have been filmed sequentially first. So I'm looking forward to getting into it, seeing what it's like, what it's about. And we'll chat during and after. So let's go. Ooh, I like this shot.
From directly ahead, we're picking up a recorded distress signal.
Mm-hmm.
The call letters of a vessel which has been missing for over 2 centuries.
Oh,
Did another Earth ship once probe out of the galaxy as we intend to do?
more 3D chess.
Is this some warning they've left behind?
The pieces look different.
First said they'd call.
I'll have you checkmated your next move.
Oh, really?
Have I ever mentioned you play a very irritating game of chess, Mr. Spock?
Ah, yes. One of your Earth emotions.
Ah, they're doing it.
Certain you don't know what irritation is?
In fact, one of my ancestors married a human female.
Terrible, having bad blood like that.
Your father.
Bridge to briefing lounge. Small enough to bring it aboard, sir, if you want to risk it.
Lock onto it, Mr. Kelso.
Look at the picture of the galaxy in the transporter room. Oh, Scotty! I saw Scotty. What is it?
Old-style ship recorder. We'll feed it through Mr. Spock's computer.
Yes, sir.
Why are we at red alert? What happened? We beamed a thing on board and
Space. The final frontier.
maybe we're worried about what happened
These are the voyages of the Starship
to that
Enterprise.
ship.
Oh, where no man
I wasn't expecting to see more chess. The whole uniforms thing is more clear to me because we've gone back in time with this one. And they set up Spock's emotion stuff, that he's an alien, that he doesn't feel irritation like humans, that he has ancestry that's part human.
Hold it, Jim.
Getting into shape?
Kelso's voice sounded a little nervous.
Who was this guy?
Well, you finished the game.
He played most illogically. His next move should have been the rook.
He does like to play illogical moves.
Screen
Ooh.
on.
Who's she?
Screen on, sir.
Why don't they always keep it on?
Approaching Galaxy Edge, sir.
Galaxy Edge. Check the picture in the transporter room.
Address Intercraft.
Why is she standing so close behind him?
Craft open.
This is the captain speaking. The object we encountered is a ship's disaster recorder apparently ejected from the SS Valiant almost 200 years ago. We hope to learn from the recorder what the Valiant was doing here and what destroyed the vessel. So all decks stand by.
I gotta pause it. 1, why are there so many people on the bridge? Why are these 4 people coming? Anyway, the main question I have is, this thing that we beamed on board, right, is like a black box. It has all the information on the Valiant, a ship that was destroyed 200 years ago in this area of space. We're at red alert for something that happened 200 years ago. Maybe they're still around. Maybe they were destroyed by aliens and they've been hanging around waiting for somebody to come collect their ship. And we're gonna get him again. But now I'm more concerned about all the people. Is that Sulu and Scotty? Why was she standing right behind him? That woman. Like really close, really in his space, you know? Like he swivels around in his chair and she's just like, "Arr." I'm here to give you the report, Captain. I didn't have a chance because you were too busy freaking out. Anyway, we can't read the information from the device yet. Spock is on it. Okay, let's get back to it.
Department head, sir. You wanted everybody on the bridge.
Oh, department heads.
Galaxy.
Jones?
Name's Smith, sir.
Smith and Jones.
Engineering division ready, as always.
This is Dr. Dana.
Psychiatry, Captain. My assignment is to study crew reaction in emergency
Okay.
conditions.
Psychiatry?
Well, improving the breed, Doctor. Is that your line?
No flirting on the bridge, please.
Valiant had encountered a magnetic space storm and was being swept in this direction. About a half-light year out of the galaxy, sounds like the ship had encountered some unknown force.
What do you think, dude?
Repeated urgent requests from the ship's computer records for anything concerning ESP and human beings.
ESP?
Dr. Dana.
Good thing we have a psychologist.
In tests, I've taken my ESP rated rather high.
I'm asking what you know about ESP.
What did she just say?
Some people can sense future happenings, read the backs of playing cards and so on.
I get something about destruct.
Destruct?
It sounded like the captain giving an order to destroy his own ship.
Oh.
We're leaving the galaxy, Mr. Mitchell.
Sure.
Head warp factor 1.
Leaving the galaxy. Why not? How did we get so far out in the first place? So long, Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta quadrants. Oh, what's this?
Force field of some kind.
A force
Coming up
field?
on it fast.
No, it looks pretty.
Deflectors say there's something there. Sensors say there isn't.
Contact in 12 seconds.
Hey, you can really tell it's been remastered. Just these shots. I'm like, no way, this is from the 1960s. So in a way, it takes away from it a little bit. I'm curious what it actually looked back. What it looked like back then. I might be able to look that up later. But this is beautiful, you know. There's also a certain unreal quality to it because of the CGI, but this episode started at like warp 7. You know? Try and keep up with it. Like Spock reading the records somehow, the data banks, talking about ESP, then the captain blows up the ship. I'm very unclear of what happened to the other ship. Apart from the fact that it got destroyed. It was flung out of the galaxy. And it came back round or something. This is the first time I think I've ever seen any Star Trek show leave the galaxy. And it happens right here. Which is kind of fun. But yeah, what's with that flirting on the bridge? Those two people that we don't know? Smith or Jones? Well, which one is she? That's funny. Was she just there in the scene to be afraid and for that guy to be like, oh, don't mind, I got you? But they had like 15 people on the... Yeah, everybody get up here. I want all your opinions. I'm not complaining, it's very fun. It's very fun. So, right. What are we going to find out here at the edge of the galaxy? A force field, apparently. Is the whole galaxy a simulation? Did you know that if you left the galaxy, there'd be just like this massive purple... Just go up or down. Seems to be in a big line. Punch through it. Oh. Oh, what happened to her? She got zapped. Oh, he got zapped. You think Scotty'd be getting back down to engineering, wouldn't you? With all this going on?
Something hit me. Like an electrical charge.
Can you sense anything with your ESP?
He's alive. Appears to be in shock.
Oh, isn't that the guy in Bad Seed?
Gary.
Is he dead?
Gary, you all right?
Ah, he's fine.
I'm a little weak for some reason, Jim, but
He got zapped.
I feel all right now.
Oh, an alien went inside him, and inside her.
The ship's space warp ability gone.
Damn it!
Our overriding question now is, what destroyed the Valiant?
They got taken over or something. ESP ratings.
Why, out of our whole crew, only certain people were affected?
I think we found that answer, Doctor.
Gary Mitchell has the highest Esper rating of all.
You suggested. There's nothing about it that could possibly make a person dangerous.
Dr. Dana is speaking of normal ESP power.
Perhaps you know of another kind.
Hey, can't Spock do his mind meld thing? That counts. Oh, is he gonna be super ESP man? What card am I thinking of? I like that he's a TV next to his bed, like a little laptop. I knew you'd come, Captain.
Hello, Jim.
It's your clone. He can smell it.
Hey, you look worried.
I've been worried about you ever since that night on Denham 4.
Oh, we all remember that.
Do you feel any different?
Well, in a way, I feel better than I've ever felt before in my life. I'm getting a chance to read some of that long hair stuff you like.
Have a look at this. Some tweets from Twitter.
You, Spinoza?
Once you get into him, he's rather simple, though. Childish, almost.
He's ascending.
I'm trying to tell you I feel fine. When do I go back on duty?
We need to quarantine
I'm
you.
going to ask Dr. Dana to keep you under observation for a while.
Hey, can you help us get back into the galaxy?
Didn't I say you'd better
What the hell was that voice?
be good to me?
Oh, we got another Anthony situation. Red alert. Charlie, don't take over the ship. What's all this? Oh, he's learning at an exponential rate. What's he gonna do? Oh, Spock's watching him.
Is that Gary Mitchell?
Stop.
The one you used to know?
Stop giving him books. Oh, he knows he's been watched. Sedate him. Give him the pills.
I know you don't particularly like me, Mr. Mitchell, but can we make the best of it?
I've got nothing against you, Doctor.
He's gonna start flirting with you.
How do you feel?
Everybody seems worried that I don't have some kind of a fever. Maybe if I could just change these dials.
Oh.
Now back to normal, I think.
How did you do that?
Force of will.
I just thought of making it happen, and it does. It just... Hey, watch this, Doc.
Oh, what's he gonna do now? Oh, he's gonna... He should be dead. Well, episode over. Beam him into space.
Stop it. Stop it. There were no readings at all.
Hey, hands off, dude.
Oh, what's happening to me?
Do you remember everything you read that quickly?
Can you build something cool for us? You know? Help the human race before we kill you or undo it? Hey, she was zapped too, so I'm gonna presume she's under the influence. Whoop! He looks like Trip.
That's okay, Lee. So, how go the repairs?
Main engines are gone, unless we can find some way to re-energize them.
Oh, can you think of something?
You better check the starboard impulse packs. Those points have about decayed to lead.
I'll get on it right away. I just wanted to stop by and make sure you were okay. See you later.
Thanks, man.
He's a fool.
So is everybody, dude.
The image of what he'd seen was still in his mind.
He can read minds.
I don't know how, but he was right. This point is burned out exactly the way he described it.
Have you noted evidence of unusual powers?
He can control certain autonomic reflexes.
Like his heartbeat.
About an hour ago, the bridge control started going crazy. Buttons being pushed.
Telekinesis.
As if the ship and crew were almost a toy for his amusement.
He's controlling it.
No one's been hurt, have they? A mutated superior man could also be a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it could be.
A new and better kind of human being.
We should just sedate him immediately. Bonk him on the head. But he'll see it coming. So I don't know what we're going to do.
Sulu.
If you want the mathematics of this,
Get your sword, Sulu.
Mitchell's ability is increasing geometrically.
Soon, we'll be not only useless to him, but actually an annoyance.
He's already annoyed.
We'll never reach an Earth base with him aboard, Jim.
What do you suggest, Spock?
Recommendation 1. There's a planet a few light days away from
Let's
here.
dump him on it.
Delta Vega. It is the only possible way to get Mitchell off this ship.
If you mean strand Mitchell there, I won't do it.
Then you have one other choice. Kill Mitchell while you still can.
Wow, Spock. He's saying what I'm saying.
The captain of the Valiant probably felt the same way.
Right.
And he waited too long to make his decision.
We don't want to self-destruct his ship, do we? I love Spock. He's just like, we gotta kill him. Strand him or kill him.
We're now approaching Delta Vega, desolate but rich in crystal and minerals. Transport down with a repair party.
Yeah?
Try to regenerate the main engines. Transport down a man I've known for 15 years. Maroon him there.
But he'll see it coming, won't he? He'll know what's going on. He's probably listening in right now to your log.
I'm thirsty.
Oh, nice. Just a magic trick I learned. Captain, don't worry about it. Hey Spock, what's with the phaser?
Sometimes I feel there's nothing I couldn't do. Some people think that makes me a monster.
It is scary.
I can sense mainly worry in you, Jim.
What would you do in my place?
Probably just what Mr. Spock is thinking now.
Oh, kill him, maroon him.
Kill me? Well, you can.
God damn it, Spock. Get out of the room. The ruse is up. Oh.
Stop it, Gary.
He's got lightning power.
I can't let you force me down there. Can do it.
Oh. Didn't see that coming, did you? Are we just carrying his body? He can still kind of walk. Don't let him do anything.
You fool, so don't squash you like insects.
Ah, it's the picture from the end credits. Oh, Pentagon.
There's not a soul on this planet but us.
Nobody but us chickens, Doctor.
Hey, it was turkeys in the last episode, remember?
The fuel bins leak. Could they be detonated from here? A destruct switch?
I guess I could wire one up right there.
What are you doing?
He's regaining consciousness.
Are we gonna blow him up? It is interesting to have two episodes that are almost identical in the power of the antagonist, although slightly different. In Charlie X, we had this kid who had almost godlike powers, but was so immature and just wanted immature things. Like he wanted people to like him, and he wanted the pretty lady. In this episode, we got this guy who's fully matured. Also, he was very flirty with everyone, but it's a more kind of, his intelligence is growing and his powers are growing, but we still don't know really what his end goal would be if we just played along and let him grow. But in both episodes we've put somebody in a little containment room. Charlie got instantly. Looks like Gary's having problems. Maybe his lightning doesn't work through that. But I have no doubt he could get out of there pretty quickly. But is Kirk rigging this whole place, this whole facility to blow once we leave? Just in case Gary somehow gets off and threatens to overthrow the entire galactic empire? Or start one of his own?
I want only one medical officer here at any one time.
I'd like to stay now. Try to talk to her.
We can't trust her. She has a thing for him.
Remember those rodent things on Dimmerus? The poison darts they threw? I took one meant for you.
Saved your life, Kirk.
I remember.
So why be afraid of me now?
In the transporter room, you said something about us seeming like insects, squashing us if we got in your way.
I was drugged then.
Yeah, he's out of his mind.
There he goes!
Oh, well, at least we know it. Oh, he's back to normal.
Jim.
Fighting the force field drained his strength.
Oh, he's back. He's back. Keep hitting him with force field energy.
I'll just keep getting stronger. You know that, don't you?
Looks like it. Ah, new systems. Good job, Scotty.
Christoph, Spock, get the phaser rifle we sent down.
I didn't order any.
Oh, Jesus, look at this.
Affirmative, landing party out.
Look at the size of it. Phaser rifle.
Dr. Dana feels he isn't that dangerous. What makes you right and a trained psychiatrist wrong?
Because she feels. I don't.
Yeah.
In my opinion, we'll be lucky if we can repair this ship and get away in time.
We're under the clock. We can't take the risk, Captain. He's gotta
Direct
go.
to the power bins. From here, you could blow up this whole valley.
If Mitchell gets out, sitting here, you think you're the last chance. I want you to hit that button.
Alright. Don't hit her now, though.
Balance of the landing party is being transported back up.
Okay, we're almost done. Imagine if you tripped and hit the button.
Keeps changing. Growing stronger by the minute.
We still can't get out of that room, though. Hello?
He's been like that for hours now.
She seems like she's in a trance.
Kelso will be on the destruct button until the last minute.
I'm staying behind with him.
You're doing what?
Station seems to be running fine.
You're a talented thief, Kelso. Everything you sent up seems to be fitting in place.
Watch yourself,
Are we
dude.
gonna be ready to transport out?
What was that? Is there a problem? Someone get down there. There's a problem. He should have waited till he wasn't on the...
You should have killed me while you could, James.
Is she good? She's gonna let him out? Oh, he can just do it. Are you sure you want to go back in there? Does she have the eye things too? Oh, she does. Well, that explains her behavior.
Kelso is dead, strangled.
God damn it, Kelso.
Dr. Dana,
She'd went with Mitchell.
did you see their direction?
Yes, there was some morning light.
He's gonna go out there? With the phaser rifle?
If you have not received a signal from me within 12 hours, this entire planet be subjected to a lethal concentration of neutron radiation.
Jeez. Oh, it's the pilot. It's the pilot background, I think.
It'd take almost a miracle to survive here.
Well, then I shall make one.
What are we going to eat and drink? Oh, okay. Make some of those singing flowers. They're building a new Eden. Adam and Eve. Can you imagine up a starship? He's gonna need to get the jump on them. Use your chess skills, Kirk.
The visitor,
Oh, I can sense him coming.
a very foolish man.
Maybe she'll have a change of heart. Maybe she could take him down.
Can you hear me, James? Go to him, Elizabeth.
Oh, there she is. That was quick.
Yes, it just took a little longer for it to happen to me.
Mm.
You must help me.
Where is he?
You're still human, or
No,
at least
I-
partly you are.
Please go back while you still can.
Did you hear him joke about compassion? Above all else, a God needs compassion!
Yeah.
Be a psychiatrist for 1 minute longer. What do you see happening to him?
Humans,
What's your prognosis, Doctor?
they're not ready to be gods.
I'm disappointed in you, Elizabeth.
Oh, nice roll. Doesn't work. It doesn't work. Only Elizabeth can get him now.
I've been contemplating the death of an old friend.
He dug a grave.
Do you like what you see?
Pray to me.
Is she gonna get him with a rock?
There'll only be one of you in the end. Do you like what you see? Absolute power corrupting absolutely.
She gonna zap him? Oh, they're gonna kill each other. Oh, he's back.
You haven't much time.
Oh, does he have to kill him? At least we've got a grave right here. Throw him into it.
Gary, forgive me.
They're both in the grave. The rocks! The rocks! That ought to do it. But what about Elizabeth? Isn't she like a super god too? Shouldn't we kill her?
I'm sorry. Can't know what it's like to be almost a god.
Oh, she's faking her own death. Don't buy it, Kirk. Shoot her with the phaser. Beam her into space from the ground.
Enterprise.
Get me out of here, Enterprise.
He didn't ask for what happened to him.
I felt for him too.
Did you?
I believe there's some hope for you after all, Mr. Spock.
This sounds weird, doesn't it? This sounds weird. Not quite right. Oh, we haven't seen this yet. It looks ice cold. Hey, so this episode, the first thing I'll say about this episode is that no bones. No bones about it. We had no Dr. McCoy in this episode. What we did have were two other doctors, it seems like, right? Yeah. One of whom was in the bad seat as the grandfather. And the other one was the psychiatrist person who had super ESP. In fact, both of the people who got zapped had super ESP. And it seems like the thing that lies just outside the boundaries of the galaxy, or as you're passing through the force field at the edge of the galaxy, somehow, when it passes through the ship and people, it activates a latent gene inside them in people with high ESP and turns their eyes all a different weird crystal-y thing and accelerates their growth, their intelligence, their powers, their abilities. And for the second episode in a row, although not filmed that way, we had someone with unimaginable powers that we had to deal with in some way. Hey, where was the green-headed man? This episode to help us out. We went back to the pilot planet, as seen in the cool reuse of the background. I love that background. I keep using it. You know, it's better than the one they had in the Man Trap, which was just a plain background. So don't reuse it too often, but it is cool to look at. It does give a sense of depth to everything. What isn't so clear is the absolute need to destroy entities and beings with superpowers. I think the implication is that even if we stranded them on this planet, they would eventually get off with their godlike powers and destroy all of humanity, like ants. I think that was why we took the decisions we made. That's why we approached things the way we did. That's why Spock was giving Kirk the advice, we need to kill this guy. And she was also infected, but it took longer for hers to kick in because her ESP level wasn't as high as his. Hey, Captain, when you get back to the ship, I need you to go over crew records, see if anybody else might have a lower ESP rating, and that it took a while for hers to kick in. Maybe it's going to take even longer for theirs to kick in, and you need to beam them off the ship into space and then nuke space within a light year of their bodies, just to be sure. We don't want any godlike creatures in this universe. We don't want anybody above the human race. Or they could conquer us. You know? Preemptive strike against all intelligent species. That's what I say. That's what Spock believes in. And that's what Kirk eventually believes in too. It was a story about a man and his friend, his old friend from their college days. They were sharing jokes about women and, you know, they were building up their relationship. Just to make the moment where he has to decide to kill his friend mean something more. And when he had the chance, he hesitated as well. Even when he was putting the rock over his head, he hesitated. He lost his advantage because it was his friend. But when Elizabeth neutralized him, and they were hitting each other, and his eyes went back to normal, Kirk just grabbed the phaser and shoot him. Toss him in the grave. Shoot Elizabeth. Toss her in the grave. Drop a grenade in there. Then beam back to the ship and phaser fire on it. And keep going for a few hours. Just to be sure. For the human race. Do it for the human race. Hey, we were gonna... There were several things that we were doing in that episode. We set up this red button to blow the whole facility, didn't we? We had that one guy who got killed. We must remember his name. What was his name? Can I see it? I don't know. Was it Kelso? Might have been Kelso. Yeah. Kelso. Kelso was the one we lost in this episode. He was manning the button. Yeah, we had that rig to just blow up the place, and then Kirk also wanted Starfleet to come back and like radiation poison the entire planet or something. It was some sort of super drastic solution. And all this because your friend has funky eyes and he's reading a bit quicker than normal, and he's doing magic tricks with a cup of water. This is the problem with super intelligence in sci-fi. I saw it recently in an Outer Limits episode as well. They're too overconfident and they're too cocky too soon with their power. They need to silently become intelligent. Don't make any violent moves until you're back on Earth, you know? Don't do anything to the ship. Just go about things as if you're completely normal member of the crew. Yeah, I'm just going to take my shore leave back on Earth. Then once you get back there, slowly move your pieces into position, whatever you need. Always think, how can they get me? How can they get me? Always have contingencies. But don't immediately talk to your captain as if he's nothing to you. Hey, they trapped him in that room for ages, didn't they? What kind of a stupid god are you? Can't even get out of a room. Charlie got out like that in the last episode. Didn't he? 2 episodes in a row. Also, the 3D chess. Same sort of deal, actually. Kirk making illogical, perhaps even illegal moves. And Spock letting him get away with it. The bridge, much more crowded than usual. And that one that was standing super close to Kirk at the start, she was there near the end too. And she didn't have anything, she had no purpose really except to hold hands with what was his name again? Gary. You know, because she got scared because of the galaxy force barrier shield. But Speaking of no bones, we did get a Scotty. First appearance of Scotty in the show. Straight away from production's point of view. Because we're still in the old uniforms. And Scotty is chief engineer all of a sudden. Sulu was one of the heads of thing as well. I can't remember exactly what Sulu was head of. Head of mathematics? But I'm not sure if that's gonna stick or not. I must go back and watch exactly what he's the head of. I might be able to find it actually if I just look at that scene. Astro Sciences. That's what Sulu is the head of, the department. So whatever that exactly means, I don't know. Other things I liked in the episode, that picture of a galaxy. Is it our galaxy? I don't think so. In the transporter room. That was pretty cool. We saw what the dials in the doctor's office do. You know, they go up, and maybe it's the same as anything really. Oh, this must mean high heart rate and high other stuff. Cholesterol. Your cholesterol's way up, dude. And then when he brought them all down to 0, he could have accidentally killed himself. I don't care how powerful you are. You know, you might have the power to bring your heart down to nothing. But then, if you're dead, you won't be able to restart yourself. So he must have, I don't know, held his breath or something before he brought himself back to life. I wasn't worried about it, but it was kind of funny. Also, I wonder if she would have acted the same way had she not been also possessed. Because she was super flirty with him from the get-go. Even when he was lying in sickbay. You know? She was getting real close to him. Real unprofessional-like. I can only assume something latent in the back of her brain was connecting with him. Even that early. And yeah, it was her. She saved the day in the end. Because what was Kirk going to do? Maybe he could have done the rock thing. Because it seems like at the end of the day, he got squashed by a rock. That's how he got killed. You know? He did have his powers, but he got hit by a rock. So maybe Kirk could have done the same thing. He made him think that he was going to shoot him, but then shot the rock above him and squashed him. The old chess maneuvering thing. Not playing by the rules of what you might expect. Are we going to see more chess? We're going to see chess every episode. We'll finally learn the rules, but all the chess pieces are far different in this one. Actually, far uglier, I would say. Bigger and uglier. In the last episode with Charlie, they were smaller and, well, after Charlie got did his thing, they were much smaller. But they were sleeker and they look better. And as that is filmed later, it's a good direction to go. But yeah, I'm fascinated. What I want is an episode with all the cast. I want both Scotty and McCoy to be in an episode. So far we haven't had that. I want to see it. I don't mean get rid of Sulu. I don't mean that. Keep Sulu. I want them all. I don't necessarily want them all on the bridge, but you know. Anything else I want to say? I love that we just left the galaxy. That's so funny. Before we kind of narrow down any sort of rules for how fast we can go and how quickly we can get to places and where exactly we are. Before the lore of the whole of Starfleet is properly kind of solidified, early on we can do almost anything. We can go to Andromeda, we can go much further. We can do anything we want. You know, before the rules are set in stone, and then we're more restricted. We can sing. We can have a singing, dancing number. We can have flirting on the bridge. Do you think Picard would put up with flirting on the bridge of his... Riker, what have I told you about flirting on the bridge of my ship? First day I told you. I won't have any of it. I think Riker and Deanna did sort of flirt in that first very early on, but only in their heads. Hey, I don't want to spoil Next Generation for you, so ignore all that. Next episode is called The Naked Time, which sounds very much like the title of a Next Generation episode. So I wonder if there'll be similar themes to it. Yeah, I will see you there. Thanks for joining me. And remember, if you ever get godlike powers, so that you can read like Harry Potter super quickly, just lay low for a bit. Don't let anybody know about it. Do things silently in the background. Let other people take the fall for you. Never let them know what you're doing. Until it's too late. And above all, stay away from rocks. Falling rocks. If you see that on a sign, don't go that way. Graveyards, stay away from them. And never share your power with somebody else. They'll get you. They'll zap you. Hey, she got pretty strong pretty quickly, didn't she? Maybe once you get the crystal eyes, you have a similar power level. Right? See you next time.